Hello, hello, hello. My name is Colin Gestalt, and welcome back to the stream. Tonight, we will be wrapping up 2024 with various segments looking at the year and my output as a streamer. It has been a pretty good year, honestly. Definitely had some ups and downs on a both personal level and as a streamer, a newly found streamer. I originally started streaming because a friend wanted to see me play Outer Wilds and see like my reaction for it. And that started it. And if you like either looked back at the channel or like looked at or just like were an early viewer, you'd know that I sort of bounced around, paused and came back with going to Outer Wilds. Then I did a bit of grinding in FF14, and then I played Stellar Blade without any commentary because there's like I wanted to have it posted for my friends that didn't have PS5 but still wanted to see what it was like. And then I took a big time off from streaming just because like I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it. I had other things happening in my life that kept me from from wanting to spend time doing it. And then I was watching, or like, how do I put it? I kind of wanted to be a streamer, at least a little bit, because if you are like a even younger or like older viewer, you'll know that I've done like video production stuff on the internet before I started streaming. I think I would like to do that kind of thing. But without the work of having to edit, 'cause goddamn editing takes time. But I wasn't as interested because, well, it would take like an amount of time and like setup and time and energy, and whatever I was putting out probably wasn't what I would have been happy with. Like just streaming from your like PS5 or whatever, and like streaming from your PS5 and having no face cam, no like chat overlay, no nothing, didn't really appeal to me. But eventually I got some motivation from watching a streamer that I regularly like tune into a bit. And she was just very encouraging, or like, well, I don't know, her presence was encouraging. I guess I shouldn't tiptoe around it. Like, if it wasn't already obvious with my voice and in combination with some stuff I've said on stream, I'm sure I am trans, and so there really aren't that many trans streamers I can even know of. There's no real big ones I know of. There's definitely some that are like, there's definitely some that exist, but are all smaller indie ones. And the ones that I have seen show up on like bigger streams are people that are like getting interviewed for stuff that isn't entirely related to being trans and their sort of identity. So I kind of had this blockage of like, would I be even accepted? Would I be able to get anywhere in the sort of space? What kind of shit would I have to deal with? How would I be able to present myself? That was all kind of stuff I dealt with as like in anxieties, and also just like, I'm not saying every big VTuber needs to have their fucking PDF of here are my exact political views, but you never really exactly see a ton of people showing up and being like, oh yeah, trans rights, Pride Month. Like, yeah, they're fucking, every female VTuber will fucking les out with the other one. But it's like, not exactly as much specific support in this specific direction. If anything, kind of the opposite with some of the actions I've seen with other VTubers. With certain but there's this one VTuber, Cottontail VA, was this one streamer I was watching who, like, she's incredibly, like, considerate of queer people. Like, she's obviously, like, that way also. She's like, she says stuff of like, oh yeah, she mentions people of being non-binary or trans. Like when I mentioned trans people getting interviewed, she did an interview with a VTuber who was a well-known voice actor who was trans, and like, what am I trying to say? She just sort of mentioned like, hey, she was acknowledging a demographic that I didn't really ever see acknowledged in the larger, VTuber space. I feel like, I could be wrong. There could be people who... One second. Sorry, I got a text. There could be people that are more openly supportive than I think. But like, seeing somebody who I was like being entertained by acknowledge this really gave me a sense of encouragement that like, hey, if this big person could acknowledge this out in the open, then yeah, I could probably just make it and like do whatever and just get by. So that's sort of, and then afterwards I paid a friend to design my wonderful model. That would be, let me pull up their exact name. They have a sort of weird one. It was yeah, it was M9 or ERMM_9. They designed, like, well, I gradually designed my model over time. And they just sort of drew this latest version, and set up different states for it. Like, I have my mouth open and closed. There's also one that I basically never used at all in the months, which is me without my glasses. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, you could probably see why I don't use this much. Then I picked up streaming again from an old laptop I had. And was streaming some of the original... One second, let me turn this down. Streaming some of the original streams from, I think, my first like month from starting class of '09 to I think Lobotomy Corporation episode 2. Those were the first ones I did. One second. Did I not? I'm just gonna work on something real quick. Yeah, I worked on that and like, you should have like seen, I don't think I took a picture of it, but like my setup back then was just like, I had my laptop on the side of my desk. I had a monitor in front of me that I got because I knew I needed 2 monitors. An Ethernet cable, HDMI, my microphone, my mouse. I think that's all of it. All hooked up into like the side with the ports. It was like fucking lame. And I was like, it was a whole thing of an hour before a stream. It didn't take an hour to get ready, but like, it would take me time to it would take me time to get my laptop over, get everything like OBS, the game, all that pulled up, test things out, plug everything in. And then eventually just like, once I'm done streaming, unplug all that shit out. And then just sort of go back to doing whatever. It's like, it was definitely, and also I was sort of jumping between Twitch and YouTube, going through some stuff in my personal life, and other stuff that just led to me getting burnt out, to be honest. Which is why I like decided to take a month off between 2020, what am I saying? Between like August and September, I don't know. Part of that was also getting an actual PC built, since I thought like, hey, if I'm gonna dedicate more time to this, I should get an actual PC and not my 7-year-old laptop. Which, by the way, the battery is fucked and won't hold a charge, so I have to have it constantly plugged in, or else it won't, just won't turn on. So that's the state of that. Yeah, that's kind of got a good place, or a good time, if that's how things turned out. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else. Then yeah, I just sort of hit the ground running and eventually started doing more and more streams. Did beat 12 games. On stream, played some new ones. Played a lot of indie games, to be honest. trying to think of how many. Yeah, I think. Was there any game I played that wasn't indie? Well, Stellar Blade, yeah, I think Stellar Blade is the only game that I would, and also FF14, where it's like, those are the only two games I played that weren't somehow indie games, which is pretty impressive, honestly. But, yeah. Just hit the ground running, and I don't think... Well, no, that wouldn't be true. I did, at some point, I definitely felt it before I took my break, of just me questioning if I would really want to stream and, like, do this even as a hobby, because it's just like, it takes time and energy to eventually build up the thing of getting subscribers and getting chat members and building up an audience and all that. You are an entertainer who's having to put in your time for, like, literally no return other than big number. And just sort of hoping that things turn out well. But, like, I think, honestly, I have turned out well so far. If we pull out the stats, across like 45 streams, I streamed for about 113 hours and got 5,000 views. A lot of those views came from shorts. Let's not, get it twisted here. Like, a third of that was shorts and such, but like, let's not worry about that. But I also got 120 watch hours, which is also really nice, and 26 subscribers, which in the larger thing of the VTuber sphere, where like people are celebrating getting 250,000 subscribers, or like corporate VTubers are hitting 1,000 or like 1,000,000 subscribers, it means a lot to me that like I could just sort of start one day and able to get like a classroom full of people to stick around and say, hey, I want to check out your stuff. Yeah, means a lot. Means a lot that people would do that. Yeah. And I think that's kind of where it's kind of what I think of, just like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy I got to this point in like going off and on and sort of just doing this as a hobby. It means a lot to like just sort of see this as a reward, and I light up every time I get a notification that somebody commented or left a like or whatever. And I really hope that for the next year things turn out well. And, well, like, how did I put this? I hope things turn out well, and we can only really go up from here, I would imagine. Well, I guess the sob stories, I guess we actually, where is it? Oh yeah, what I wanted to cover, something I wanted to cover in this early part of the stream was that I wanted to cover what I want to do in 2025. My sort of resolutions, if you will. In 2025, I will, of course, be playing Library of Runa. As much as I might have hemmed and hawed about Lobotomy Corporation, I did enjoy it, and I feel like what Library of Runa is going to be will turn out really good and be a lot more enjoyable. Part it's like really fucking long, but you know, it's not too big a deal. I also will be playing, not specifically the 25th Ward, the Silver Case, but I also want to be playing a lot of Grasshopper Manufacturer games. I feel like there's a lot going on with those games, covering all sorts of genres, having all kinds of different sort of tones. And I feel like it'd be good to highlight those in one way or another. I might bounce around a bit. I might not just go like as a marathon of going from like the Silver Case to Flower, Sun, and Rain to the 25th Ward. But I definitely want to check out those games on stream. Played most of them already, I think. Yeah, I think I played almost all Grasshopper Manufacturer Suda 51 games. I think the only ones I haven't like played are like small titles that aren't exactly as upheld. Like the Lollipop Chainsaw, Shadows of the Damned, and ones that aren't even like technically Suda or Grasshopper, where it's like Moonlight Syndrome. But if you see, I got these little guys on these titles, and something, just a sort of general thing, not specifically wanting to play specific games. Well, no, that's a lie. I want to get a capture card so that I can play console games. I really like playing Pikmin, the original Pikmin, Pikmin 1. I've played it so many times, and I would love to play it on stream, but I really don't want to go through the process of like running an emulator and also trying to run a stream. So I hope I can get a capture card one day. And I'm planning to get one. It isn't exactly horribly expensive, but I could definitely like use it. I just need to like use it and learn how to set it up and such, because it's a lot easier and would like open me up to be able to play so many more games if I was able to play like stuff on console that doesn't even really have an emulator for it. Like Stellar Blade, I definitely want to replay that one on stream, since I'm sure they're gonna have like full-on DLC for it. Aside from that, some of the goals that I have for myself is that I want to collab with another streamer or VTuber. I could see myself, like, it being a lot of fun to do that, and I do think I'm in touch with some people that might stream, but you know, and I'm sure something that would help with finding people was that I want to get to 250 subscribers. I feel like if I keep plugging away at this and just keep putting stuff out I feel like I can eventually hit us 100 subscribers, but I also feel like I kind of want to give myself a challenge for by the end of the year hit 250. Hopefully nothing to, won't be like barely scraping by. But you know, just, I'm sure if I put in the work, YouTube's algorithm will choose to help me. Well, that is 2025. That's what I want to do in 2025. But to close out 2024, let's look back at some of my best performances and what I played. So, some of the top clips that happened this year. The number 4 clip, the L Corp employee experience. Oh fuck. Let's retry the day. Totally. Who the fuck is that? Oh, fucking of course, the newbie. Would we just get better? Only one dead. It's funny because I think legit, I don't know if that like contributed to my like having problems with Lobotomy Corporation and like my eventual burnouts, but like I do think it's like just the nonchalant not giving a fuck about an employee death definitely did something to me. I don't know what I'm saying. Like just I didn't give a fuck about that employee, and that definitely made it harder to continue playing that, and that's what entering that sort of fail state is definitely made it hard for me to continue. But clip number, the second best, oh, I didn't read off how many, that was about 120 views. The second clip, See Small Creature, had about 450 views. The real JFK's then aborted fetus was found by the Department of Justice in 2006. Oh my god. Oofy. Oofy Psychopomp. That was, surprised how well that did. Just cause like, it was just this little moment from the Psychopomp Gold streams that like, for some reason, people looked at it favorably. Like I literally don't know what it is. I'm just like reacting to seeing this small, pixelated girl hopping around her room, and I'm fucking, it got like almost 500 views. I don't know what it was. But next clip, I had to know with 900 views. Stop that. Hold on. I have a bottle of the mouthwash I use right in front of me. So do a shot to see what it's like. Oh god. Yeah, I'd say like that's a pretty alcoholic. Oh fuck. My voice is actually like shaky right now. That clip did fucking numbers, if it wasn't obvious. That and I think it got uploaded around the same time the clip of made this little shitpost from the opening animation for Psychopomp Gold, where I just like, oh, I saw that Psychopomp Gold was an updated release of Psychopomp. That and Psychopomp is like a dungeon crawler, so it's like, and it has gold in title, so it's like, oh, why don't I put the opening song of Persona 4 Golden over that little opening animation as like a dumb shitpost, and like yeah, here I fucking am with I think 100, like over 2,000 views on that little short. That's like, I literally made it like the day Psychopomp Gold came out. Like I literally was testing it for the stream. Like I streamed it on the day of or day after, I think, day after it came out. But like I bought it and like opened it up to test it to see if it like, to just get it set up on the stream. And it's like, oh, there's this cute little animation. You know what? I'm gonna make a shitpost about this. And next thing I know, it's like the most viewed short on my channel. Like, what the hell, man? But yeah, that mouthwashing clip also did well. Like, a friend of a friend, like, literally texted said friend about, like, seeing... No, yeah, it was Erm9. One of their friends, saw their art of me, my, like, model out in the wild from just, like, seeing the short of, like, a mouthwashing short. And seeing this, and I was like, how the fuck did they find that? Like, it's just wild. How many views that got? But it's not the highest rated clip, or like, not highest rated, but like, not the clip with the most views. Didn't get as many views after I uploaded it on, like the next clip got like a ton of views, on his initial release. But for some reason it just like fell off. It still got like 600 views and then just sort of plateaued. Don't know why, but like it fucking blew up on TikTok. My TikTok clips channel, or clips thing, and that clip is One More Time with almost 2,000 views at 1,725.
Be right back. You're forgetting something. Oh, right. Sorry. Mwah. Good girl. Don't make me ask again. I know. I love you. That's nice. What the fuck? I know. What's her problem, right? What the? That's nice. I know. Good girl. Don't make me ask again. I know. I love you. That's nice.
I don't know why it fucking blew up so much, where like there's 1,000 views just on that TikTok alone while everything else is like floundering. Probably just like the Class of 09 like fan base like is more active on TikTok, but like fucking A. And like I also don't, the clip is like bad just because like I don't know what fucking happened with my microphone. I think I might have still been streaming from my laptop and one day it just like, I don't fucking know what it was. That like the quality of it turned out so bad. Like, one second, let me, like if you look at the real JFK's then aborted. Like if you listen to that one.
Be right back. You're forgetting something. Oh, right. Sorry.
And then you listen to this one.
Don't make...
There's obviously like a weird quality to it and I don't fucking know what it was that caused that difference. You know, it might be that the wire I was using for my old, for connecting my my microphone was going out, and because that did happen, like, I think either like one of the days before I streamed or something, the wire I had just like went out for like no fucking reason. I don't know. But for somehow that is one of my most popular clips. And I didn't even like put my like video sourcing on it because I'm stupid. Or well, no, I shouldn't say that. Like at the time I just hadn't thought about like doing that kind of thing. Because it's just like, I didn't know that, as per the advice from the VTuber Dokibird, shorts are a really good way to gain viewers and subscribers and such. But also, like, sometimes you just need to like let people know where where this is even from. And I didn't do that. And I probably should have. Don't know if they'd care, but like, But speaking of Class of 09, let's move on to the last segment. The ranking of all the games I played this, year. Or stream this year, specifically. Actually didn't play that many games this year. I just, a lot of my time was spent working. So I didn't exactly have, and also I wasn't as interested in a lot of stuff that came out. Like, even though I played like Persona 3 a few times, I did not check out Persona 3 Reload. Or like, even though I really like Yakuza 7, I haven't checked out Infinite Well. That kind of thing. Like, also, I haven't even touched Metaphor, and I've literally got it like a few days ago. Like, literally over a week ago, I got Metaphor ReFantasio, and like, I haven't even booted it up because, like, I've just been busy with other stuff. Blech. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so the first game I played, the bottom game, I mean, the like lowest ranked game I played, of all 12 games I played, what is my least favorite? It is Class of 09. So, with Class of 09, there was always sort of this underlying thing of like, was it good, or was its edginess kind of just or was it just kind of the author stumbling into writing something meaningful? Like, was it I was gonna say, I haven't been drinking mouthwash like that one clip. I've been decided to pop open a bottle of soju for the stream because I didn't want to ramble for almost an hour on no fuel. But anyway, Class of 09 kind of had the thing of like, is the author doing this out of a genuine meaningfulness, or is he just making shit up? Is the messages you're finding actually like meaningful? Is their intent with talking about what it's like to be a teenage girl, or just in general a woman around who is vulnerable to both physically or mentally or culturally or socially vulnerable? Or is he just making some edgy shit to just be edgy and also make fun of visual novels? Well, the answer was the latter. It also, like, I can't really, well, I can hold on to that. It also is a thing of like, he definitely made this out of a specific idea. It doesn't matter if you can really find like Death of the Author in this. Like, you can still enjoy it. That's definitely the thing the thing I've seen. The author is definitely just a piece of shit who shouldn't, like, be given attention and money to. Nah. And, like, on top of that, like, I played these games just out of, like, general curiosity, and also because they were in the Steam library, I'm pretty sure. And, like, I was excited, at least a little bit, to, like, be on the forefront of, like, oh, the third game. And then it just turned out to be the feet side. Like, literally, you have this niche game where people definitely don't appreciate you and the work you've put in. It might read it the wrong way. But then you just decide, yeah, I'm just gonna burn down the fucking entire series. For, like, no fucking reason. Just because I'm an egotistical piece of shit. And it's like, why? Why do you fucking do that? Like, I literally, like, and also, it's also a thing of, like, I was there for, like, I think it came out in, like, October, but I played these games, like, a few months before, the feet side dropped and just fucking obliterated so much of the interest in, like, the franchise. Or, like, the series. That's just, like, it fucking just, I got in at just the right time to watch this burn. And it's not even really a game. Like, with a lot of visual novels, thing of like, oh, is it even a game? It's an interactive story. It's blah, 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 blah. But this is like, I don't, there's literally nothing here. It's like 4 hours long. A lot of the choices are just like, don't really mean much. You're just gonna go buy a guide anyway. It's like, yeah, just, and the way I chose to deliberate was that, like, I compared literally every game to each other. And when I came down to it, Class of 09 was the one that literally got nothing. Literally 0 votes compared to everything else. Literally, I don't want to say it's of 0 worth, per se. But, like, yeah, that's the standings of everything I played. It stood nothing, which is going to be really funny with this next one. Yeah, Balatro. I think Local Thunk deserves all of the praise and accolades and money he's surely made from this game. But it really isn't for me. I'm just not a fan of roguelikes, and pretty much played it off and on with I get mad because I fucked up a run and then decide to just delete it and then get a hankering for it and like decide to download it. I only really had a stream of it because I felt like, yeah, I wanna like have this as a chill stream, see who shows up, and that be it. And part of the reason I even only like considered it was a thing of it doesn't really have an end. So I decided to just count it. That's why I didn't really consider Hylics or Heaven Will Be Mine in the counting, just because those games have definitive ends and I did not see them, so I didn't. Same with the demo of Type Noise Shonen Shoujo or FF14 Grinding. It's kind of just arbitrary anyway, so I didn't want to count them. There wasn't really a definitive end there, so I don't want to count it against anything else. But yeah. It's like literally a game not for me, and yet it somehow got a single vote above Class of 09. Like, if that says anything about Class of 09's quality, or how it stands with me. But that's actually funny, because in the next entry, Class of 09, the re-up. I would say Class of 09 is definitely better. The re-up is better than Class of 09. It's still not really a game, but it's definitely more boiled down to more essentials, and like, you know, I'll pussyfoot around it. It gave me toxic lesbians, which means a lot more to me than whatever shit was going on in 1 or the original. Like, this shit hit me at just like the right time in my life. For me to just like pour my fucking mental energy into girls that treat each other like fucking pin cushions. Yeah, like, yeah. Which, even funnier is the next entry, which is still going to be in like the bottom half, which is the Lobotomy Corporation, which I can only describe as a game that both made me happy and sick to stream, because it's just like, I had fun going from day to day, but like, it also, some of the challenges just made me fucking wanna quit streaming altogether. Not gonna lie, I didn't even beat the game like vanilla, I cheated. And like, I played this game for hours, like 22 whole streams. Like, half of my streams are dedicated to this game or something like that, and it's like, yeah, it's just not all there. It's a good game, but also kind of falls apart near the end, and in certain design decisions of just like, I just don't think it's that good. And it's also just way, like, for what the story has, it's just way too drawn out. I kind of get with this being the first game from Project Moon, it's going to be rough around the edges and going for a specific idea that doesn't always land, but like, still. How I feel about this game is how I feel. Yeah. I am very excited for Library of Ruina though, since it is both a different game, like different gameplay, and I feel like from what I've seen of like how it's set up, it is going to have a lot more story than Lobotomy Corporation. Or at least feel more better paced. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for that one. Next we have the Mesmerizer fan-made game. Yeah. Just... it's kind of a thing where there's no real negatives here, but the positives outweigh Lobotomy Corporation. Whatever positives Lobotomy Corporation had just don't outweigh this one. Lol. But yeah, it's a really just well put together RPG with a really good battle system. And like, I can tell there was a lot of love put into this sort of the world, and not the world, but like references to Vocaloid and all that. Even if I'm not that that interested in Vocaloid, I can recognize that there was a lot of love put into this. And like, I don't know, it's just a really fun game, and I really appreciate indie games like this that are just able to do something really cool. Even if they aren't like a full game. I don't necessarily know how much you could do with like this sort of battle system as a full RPG, but like, I would hope that the dev, Atena, gets to do more with this kind of thing. Maybe they'll update the battle system in a larger game, or maybe there'll be a thing where someone else picks it up. I don't know. But next entry is Deltarune Chapter 2. Sort of similar feelings to Mesmerizer, where it's just a really good game. Just a really good game with... I notice so much more playing it now than I did before. Just so much about the characters and the writing and like the story. And just sort of themes and design. There's just so much I understood compared to when I first played it, but like at the same time, it's just chapters 1 and 2. And also like I wanna say it's like not pushing the envelope. But at the same time, I do feel like it is... it's Deltarune. It is a really good game that, like, you kind of can't squeeze that much blood from the stone. I'll really appreciate when chapters 3 and 4 come out. And I'm sure they're going to be amazing. But for now, this is where Deltarune sits. Next entry, Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. Again, this is a visual novel, so can't exactly say it's too much of a game. I would say Milk Outside a Bag of Milk is a bit more of an actual game, since it has more search elements and puzzles associated with it. Mostly comes down to a lot of the personal meaning and the loving of the art and such. That really gets me. That really gets me to love this game. Nothing else to really say, to be honest. It's just a really, again, a really good game. That means a lot to me. Next entry, Outer Wilds, the first game I ever honestly, a lot has happened between when I first played it and now. But like, I still really appreciate it and what it does. I don't really think there's ever something quite like this game, and I feel like I just feel like the devs sort of had a thing they were going for, and they just hit it on a bullseye. And honestly, like, if you know, once you even like get to the heart of this game, it's like, and beat it, it's like, you can't really go back and do anything else, can you? You're just kind of stuck, knowing like, yeah, that was the experience. It's not really a game of like, oh, you play it and then you beat it. It's like, no, yeah, this is an experience of like this story and what they wanted you to go through, and yeah. Definitely would recommend for anyone who hasn't played it themselves. Even if like you've seen a stream or seen the gameplay, you probably don't actually know a lot of the actual specifics of how you go through it. And like what the actual experience is like. Nothing quite like it, to be honest. But above it is Mouthwashing, another game that is sort of less of a game and more of an experience. Some people have called it an interactive movie, but I feel like there's a lot more to its gameplay and how you interact with it than just like sitting back and watching a movie. Really is, I haven't gone back and played it, but like I'll occasionally catch myself thinking about it and just think, wow, this is just a really amazing like little story. And like being there on the ground floor when it released is also a thing of like, it's nice to be, it's so cool to have like indie games like this that just doing stuff you wouldn't even really know about or think about doing with the story. It really is just like amazing. But, and like, I feel like I enjoyed it more than Outer Wilds just because like some of the aesthetics and stuff it does with like in its storytelling, like the dream sequences and the non-linearity is like, it means a lot more to me than just than the specifics of Outer Wilds. Yeah. But what beats out it? What beats it out? Psychopomp Gold is what beats it out. Oh shit. I had some little problems with Psychopomp Gold and what it did added on to the original sort of image and of game of Psychopomp, but like I think it more than makes up for it in just what it is. Just this just like bizarro dungeon crawler that like takes on themes of like psychosis and like conspiracy theories and all kinds of that stuff, like grime and grunge and industrialism and all that, and just twists it in just in directions you wouldn't even think of. It just feels so interesting, and it just feels like something so unique from what you could possibly think of. With like not even like RPGs, but just like what you could do as like a normal game. Like, it's a dungeon crawler. It has you going around for keys and health and talking to NPCs, but it's also just a thing where it's like, yeah, it's going to be about filled with grime and grossness and have like a really good soundtrack, and you're picking up on like this larger conspiracy theory about like the universe being rewritten or created. There's so many little facets you can attach to, like the little phone game where you can like type in certain codes and it gives you little messages about what's going on and about the world. It's just something so unique. But as I did say, it did have some flaws with how I felt the added levels played out. Even if I felt like the sort of chord, if it is good, and I really liked the ending, wasn't a totally flawless piece. What I feel like is almost flawless is Stellar Blade. Yeah, baby. Even if I fucking didn't even commentate over it while I played it, I streamed it, so I'm going to spend my time highlighting this. I need to highlight how just this game, I feel like there's so much I could say about this game, with just the combat feeling so like fresh, of feeling like a mix of a sort more cinematic character action based Souls game. It mixing tons of gameplay, like fucking fishing, doing quests, having shooter segments, horror segments, exploration. It all feels so like, I think there's a way to describe it, so just it feels like it was fun it would have been fun for the devs to make this, and just think of adding so many different things and thinking about how to add them together, and it just feels so... you can probably see why I want to replay it. But above that, and there's also like fucking... You can like dress Eve up, the main character, in like different outfits and change her hair and everything. It's like, it's a fucking dress up game. I love that. And like, just, it's also just like the theming of it, of like about accepting loss, and it's actually pretty subtle, to be honest. Even if the characters aren't totally like charming and expressive, it's like you could definitely tell that this story was written with a specific idea in mind. But like, and like also, one of the things that probably raised it above everything else is that it's fucking Yuri. Fucking tragic Yuri. And like, I did not expect that. And like, this honestly feels like a game made for fucking me. Like, definitely it is my game of the year of 2024. Like, I can't imagine any other game topping this out. Just, I love it so much. But while I said it's the game of 2024, it wasn't the best game I streamed. That game I streamed is similar to Stellar Blade in that it's Yuri, and also has different forms of gameplay and feels very subtle in its themes, and felt like it'd be fun to work on. But that game is Signalis, baby. I have played this game like 5 fucking times, and it is like perfect every single time. It is a perfect mixture of gameplay, story, and theming. It's just It is a fucking masterpiece. It's fucking Signalis. I do not know how you would play this game and not think it's fucking amazing. Like, I'm planning on playing it again in the future. It's just like every few months I need to play Signalis, or else I start getting headaches. It's like I'm going to do it. I'm going to have another playthrough next year. I am sure. Because I've also gotten a viewer request to play it again. But it's just so... It is just such an amazing game. It isn't too long. It has just enough story and writing peppered throughout. It's just such a well-crafted game, great survival game. Great survival horror game specifically. That I would say is even better than like Silent Hill and Resident Evil, and that like it perfectly mixes like resource management and like it perfectly has a resource management without feeling overbearing. It's not like, I don't know, it's fucking Signalis. I don't know what else to tell ya. It's just amazing. But yeah, going for about an hour and 15 now. And I think that's all we got. Oh, hide those. No, I'll show them. That was sort of the year in review. I don't really think there's anything else to say. While streaming has just been a hobby for me, it's been really fun. I really don't... I don't think I could spend my time as doing other hobbies. I don't think I could just sit down and watch anime. I don't think I could just sit down and play video games, blank, like, slack-jawed, and mouth, eyes glazed over. I think if there's anything I wanted to dedicate my time to, even if it's not as job, I think it'd be streaming. Because, like, even if I'm not, dedicating all my time to... Like, even if I'm not dedicating all my time to playing new games or growing an audience or whatever, the clips are telling me to do. The clips and videos of streamers are telling me to do. It's still fun. It's still a fun thing to hop on and yap for fucking an hour or two or so on. While playing whatever game. And I hope that doesn't change. I feel like in 2025, it will only get more fun. Yeah. Yeah. Well, don't really have any more to say, so I guess I'll say that, as always, I hope you have a good night. Bye.